How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to Rangers Rundown. If you are a fan of defensive hockey, then tonight was the game for you. As you can see, not really much to report throughout this game that's really worth mentioning. It was a very good defensive game from both teams. Both teams not really making any major mistakes, not letting up a lot of really good chances, although the Rangers did a very good job producing good offense against a team that plays pretty well defensively. It was the tale of the two goalies tonight. Well, three goalies technically, but we'll get into that in a second. Gaudreau did play tonight. I think the camera tried to avoid showing his eye. His eye was pretty gross, but he does have stitches, black eye, is it the cornea? The white part of his eye is all red and bloody. Doesn't look good, but he was in the game tonight, so good for him. Barron was recalled because McKegg is still in COVID protocols, but Barron didn't play, obviously. Kreider, Zibanejad, Kakko, Panarin, Strome, Hunt, Lafreniere, Hedl, Gauthier, Rooney, Gaudreau, Reeves, Lindgren, Fox, Miller, Trubin, Nemeth, Lundqvist, and Shesterkin started the game, but he would go out to the locker room in that third period, and Georgiev would come in to finish the combined shutout. Hopefully Shesterkin's okay, though. It didn't look great, but sometimes it doesn't look great, and then the player is back the next game, like Gaudreau the other night. So we'll see what happens. Getting into the game, it's all San Jose for the first 4 to 5 minutes of this game. It looked kind of scary how well San Jose was controlling the puck and keeping it in the offensive zone. I don't think the Rangers got the puck into the offensive zone with a Rangers player attached to it until like 4.5 minutes into the game. It was a scary beginning. San Jose did play last night in against the Islanders, so maybe they weren't as tired as you would expect a team to be on the second game of a back-to-back. Just a really fast forecheck from the Sharks, and the Rangers had trouble handling it. The Rangers' third line has a good shift, though, and Gauthier has a hard shot from the slot. At 5:15, Gregor would take a goalie interference penalty. He was coming into the net. He didn't slow down. He knocked Igor over. The ref calls it. Early knuckle puck gets under the pads of Adin Hill, but it wouldn't slide over the goal line. But at 6:03, Strome would score a power play goal, which turned out to be the game winner 6 minutes into the game. It was the only goal that was scored tonight. It was a slap shot from the circle. San Jose is second in the league on the penalty kill. So for the Rangers to win this game 1-0 on a power play goal, I think that's pretty good. Bonino with a steal shortly after, but Shesterkin makes the save. And I'm thinking, you cannot relax with the Sharks playing how they are. Their forecheck is just too fast and too strong. The Sharks are not a team that are going to outscore you 5-4 in any game. They're not built like that, but they are really fast, and if you give them room, they will take advantage of it. And I think the Rangers figured that out pretty early on in the game, and they were able to stave it off for most of the rest of the game. Third line has another strong shift. Seemed like every other shift the third line was on the ice tonight, they were producing offense like we expect them to. It was very nice to see them continue that. 11 minutes in, Gauthier goes end-to-end with a really strong move to the net, but he needs to learn how to finish, or at least he needs to learn what to do after he gets to the net, because it seems like his goal is to get to the net, and nothing really happens. Like, no knock against him. He's one of the fastest guys in the league, and he's big, so he can drive to that net. He just needs a better sense of where to put it, because once he figures that out, he's going to score a lot of goals for this team, because he's already there. He just needs to learn the last step. We're just over halfway through the game. Gauthier already has 4 shots on goal, so he had almost half of the Rangers' shots at that point in the game. 6 minutes left, the fourth line and the top D pair, very good shift, kept cycling it in the zone, kept generating that offense, keeping the Sharks in their own zone. Top line has a great shift shortly after that. The passing is just on point for the Rangers. The passes are so crisp. They're cycling the puck really well against the Sharks team that gets their sticks in the way. They're very defensively sound. I mean, you have Burns and Carlson in your defense pairings. Like, they know where to put their stick. And the Rangers were doing a very good job cycling around them and keeping the puck in the zone. 17-39, Nemeth would take a tripping penalty, but a good penalty kill. Rooney had some offensive zone time, shorthanded on that. So first 4 to 5 minutes, a little scary, but the Rangers controlled it pretty much the rest of the way through that period. End of the period, shots 10-10, so shots are even between the two teams. We get to the second period. Nothing much really happens of note in the first 5 minutes of that second period, but at 5:19, Kreider has a chance and Hill saves him. It was net front, just slaps it right into Hill. It catches him in the stomach. I think it stung him a little bit because the ref gave him a second or two to kind of catch his breath. Shortly after that, Shesterkin makes a great save on Meyer. Halfway through, Shesterkin makes a huge save on LeBanc. 10:08, Vlasic takes a tripping penalty. The passing is just, like I said, so crisp. Zibanejad had a deflection chance that wouldn't go in. And then after that, not much really happening this period. It's just very defensive hockey. Not many opportunities for the offense from either team to kind of thrive and generate some chances. The first line gets a chance in front for a deflection, and they end up getting a full shift of pressure, which was nice to see. The Sharks turned up the heat in the final minute and a half, but it was a very defensive period. Only 1 penalties, and the shots are down 7-6 in favor of San Jose from that first period. So both teams figuring out they need to play defensively sound, and the shots ended up being down in that second period. We go into the third, and the Rangers have some good early pressure. They're keeping this game offensively minded as much as they can, because I don't think any team feels confident going into a third period only up by 1 goal. I think you're happy you're winning, but you do want that next goal for the insurance just to make yourself a little bit more confident. At 2:14, Carlson takes a tripping penalty, and the Rangers start with a second power play unit, which still has Lundqvist on it. The puck got to the crease, and Kreider went to tap it in, but he got tied up, and he couldn't, so the puck stays out of the net. That would have been a very nice insurance goal early in the third. And then at 5:08, just over 5 minutes into the period, Shesterkin goes to the locker room. Now, they showed the replay a couple times. He makes a save, and then immediately falls on his stomach. Nobody falls on him or bumps into him at all. And then the play goes the other way, and Shesterkin is still on the ice. The ref comes over, sees that he's not okay, blows the whistle. He can't put any weight on his right leg. Now, is it a knee thing? Is it a groin thing? Did the shot sting him like in the hip flexor? Who really knows? But he couldn't really put any weight on that right leg. Now, again, hopefully this isn't something serious, like he tore something. Maybe he just got stung really bad and had to go to the locker room. Georgiev is playing tomorrow no matter what. That was always the plan. So it's not like we need Shesterkin for tomorrow night against Chicago. But if he's going to miss significant time, then it's going to be Georgiev and Kincaid. Now, Kincaid played a little bit for us last year. Was it last year? Very recently. Kincaid played some games for us, and he played pretty well. Some would argue that he should be up here instead of Georgiev, although to Georgiev's credit, he did make 11 or 12 saves tonight in relief of Shesterkin to keep this shutout. So that's going to boost his confidence going into tomorrow night. But if Shesterkin's not back, Kincaid will be called up. And if Shesterkin's out long-term, Kincaid's going to have to share the net with Georgiev, and we'll see if the Rangers can stay competitive without arguably their best player. But we'll see. Shortly after that, Hedl streaks in for a chance. 7 minutes in, Hunt has a beautiful cross-ice pass to Panarin, who was waiting at the post. He just couldn't get it past Hill's toe. Halfway through, Georgiev has a good shoulder save, so he's getting his confidence up. 10:44, Miller takes a tripping penalty. And on that penalty kill, a great early save by Georgiev. Kreider and Trouba almost combined to score shorthanded. And then Goudreau and Rooney have a 2-on-1, but Goudreau's pass was not great, so that gets broken up. Strome has a chance during some offensive pressure, so he's hungry for another goal. Third line with a couple of really close chances. At this point, the crowd is really into it because they're only holding on to a 1-goal lead, and they're playing so well defensively, keeping the puck away from San Jose. San Jose gets the puck, Rangers get it back. San Jose gets the puck, Rangers get it back. And every time the Rangers get it back and put it deep into the zone, the crowd is just going crazy. Hill goes to the bench with about 55 seconds left. Rangers did a fantastic job just keeping the puck in the offensive zone. Wouldn't score the empty netter, but they wouldn't need it. So this is a 5-game win streak, a season-long 5-game winning streak for the Rangers, putting them at 15-4-3 to start this season. A fantastic run so far. Also a 7-game home winning streak that hopefully they can extend to 8 games tomorrow night when Chicago comes into town. Again, hopefully Shesterkin is okay. He did get a combined shutout tonight with Georgiev, and this will give Georgiev some confidence going into tomorrow night's game when Chicago comes in. Stats at the end of the game: shots 27-28 in favor of San Jose. Rangers 42.2% of the faceoff, so Rangers still struggling a lot in the faceoff dot. Power play went 1 for 3, hits 22-14 in favor of the Rangers, blocks 9-17 in favor of San Jose. The trivia question of the evening: Mika Zibanejad recorded his 300th point as a Ranger on Wednesday. Who recorded 300 points with the Rangers in the fewest amount of games? And I'll give you a second. It was Mark Messier who did it in 249 games. So 300 points in 249 games, not bad, but we all know how good of a player he was. The Rangers are back in action tomorrow night. We'll see if they can put together another streak, and fingers crossed Shesterkin is not hurt for very long. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more videos like it, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next rundown.